Okay, friends, we are moving on to the last bit of notes we have for this unit with rates, ratios, proportions, all the things. So we have done ratios. We have moved on to rates. We have moved on to unit rates and comparing for better buys to apply this to real world scenarios. And then we moved on to proportional relationships, meaning that it's kind of like creating equivalent fractions. Same thing with ratios. So here we have missing values and proportional relationships. So I want you to look at this like we did when we were creating equivalent fractions, because that's kind of what it is. Now, we are going to follow these steps, okay? And we're going to do an example. We're going to do some more examples together, and you will have some independent work. So we can use our understanding of proportional relationships and the constant of proportionality to find missing values in a proportional relationship. Okay, so let's look at my example. The amount of money that Ben spends on books is proportional to the number of books he purchases. Answer the questions below to find the missing values in the table. So when I say proportional, the constant of proportionality, that variable, that rate is going to be the same thing every time. So we need to figure out what is that rate. And so I don't know this cost, and I don't know how many books for $72. However, I know if I buy 5 books, I will pay $45. So I need to figure out, what do I multiply by 5 to get 45? Now, if I don't know my math facts, I can go backward and divide 45 divided by 5, and I get 9, okay? So I know my constant of proportionality is 9. I'm going to multiply by 9 each time. So 2 times 9 is 18. Right here, I'm filling in my table. And now 72 divided by 9 is 8. So how much did 2 books cost? Well, we did our table, and that is $18. And then if Ben spent $72, how many books did he purchase? And he purchased 8 books. So to remind us how we go from our first quantity to our second in this table, we would multiply. So just come up a little bit of review there. Multiply. And then to go from the second quantity to the first, so going backward, we divide. Okay. So let's look at some examples. So we're just filling in the holes. And again, we have to find the constant of proportionality first. So how do I get from 3 to 45? Well, if I don't know my facts, I'm going to divide. 45 divided by 3 is 15. So I'm saying 3 times 15 is $45. 10 times 15 is $150. And then down here, I know my constant of proportionality is 15. So I'm going to do, with my calculator, 200. Deleting all this. How about second delete? Yeah. Oh no, second. Nope. Delete. Clear. Here we go. All right, 255 divided by 15. And I get 17. So 17 weeks. Okay? And then, so again, finding my constant of proportionality, 12 to 24. Well, if I don't know what I multiply by, I can divide. 84 divided by 12 is 7. So 12 times 7, okay? So 9 times 7 is 63. 35 divided by 7 is 5, okay? And then I have these tables down here. I will do number 3 with you, and 4 and 5 will be independent. So 12 to 36, I know, is multiplying by 3. So 35 times 3, yes, I'm busting out that calculator. Ooh, not divide. 35 times 3 is 105. And then I want to do 15 divided by 3 to find my boys, which is going to be 5. Okay, so on your own, you need to do 4 and 5. Okay, so there's 8. All right, there's 8. I'll do number 4 with you, and then you'll do 5, 6, 7, and 8 on your own. So days to miles ran. So 4 to 24 is times 6. Okay. 78 divided by 6 is 13. 18 times 6 is 108. All right, so we have a proportional table here. You need to complete number 5. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so find each missing value down here. So we have a cyclist is riding his bike at 22 feet per second. How far will the cyclist travel in 15 seconds? So we're going to say 22. We're going to write our rate first. 22 feet in 1 second. Okay. So he's riding his bike at 22 feet per second. The question is, how far will the cyclist travel in 15 seconds? So we need to find a proportional relationship. Okay. So how did I get from 1 to 15? I multiplied by 15. So 22 times 15 is 330 feet. So I multiplied by 15, I multiplied by 15, and he will travel 330 feet in 15 seconds. I have Dale earned $60 for washing 8 cars. At this rate, how much will he earn for washing 15 cars? So $60, 60, not 16. For washing 8 cars. Proportionally, how much would that be for 14 cars? Okay. So I'm going to figure out how much it costs for one car. So 60 divided by 8. I don't like this. Not going to be an even number. 7.5. Okay, $7.50. So if I have 14 cars, so my unit rate is going to be 60. Nope. It's going to be $7.50 for one car. Okay. And if I want to get to 14 cars, okay, so what I had to do, I'm going to erase this one. Sorry. In this case, I found the unit rate. That's what we did here. And then we're going to take this unit rate to find what it would be for 14. So I'm going to multiply 14 times $7.50, and I get $105. Okay. Oopsies, forgot my money's in there. Okay. Look at number 11. Elise ran 4 miles in 32 minutes. Okay. So 4 miles in 32 minutes. Okay, so I want to know, at this rate, how many miles can she run in 50 minutes? So I need to find the unit rate first. Okay. So I'm going to divide, because I don't know 4, well, no, I'm going to divide. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. So 1 mile in 8 minutes. Okay. So she runs 1 mile in 8 minutes. So how many miles can she run in 50 minutes? Okay. So I'm saying I'm going to write this down here. Here's my unit rate, 1 mile in 8 minutes. And I need to know how many miles can she run in 50 minutes. So I need to go from 8 to 50. I don't know what that would be because it's not going to be a whole number. So I'm going to do 50 divided by 8, and I'm going to get 6.25. Okay? So if I said 8 times 6.25 is 50, then I'm going to multiply 6.25. So 6.25 miles in 50 minutes. Okay? So I'll do number 12 with you, and then I'll let you do 13 and 14 on your own. So there are 15 grams of fat in 4 ounces of ice cream. How many grams of fat are in 30 ounces of ice cream? So 15 grams of fat and 4 ounces. I thought it was 40. Whoops. And 4 ounces of ice cream. And I want to know how many grams of fat are there in 30 ounces. So I need to find the unit rate. How much is it for 1 ounce? Okay. So going from 4 to 1, I would divide by 4. So let's say 15 divided by 4 is 3.75 grams, okay, of fat, okay, and 1 ounce. So now I'm going to say 3.75 grams of 1 ounce of ice cream means, so now I have 30 ounces. I want to find out, well, how much fat is in 30 ounces? 1, how do I get from 1 to 30? I multiply by 30. So 3.75 times 30 is going to give me a whole lot of fat. 5 grams, 112.5 grams of fat and 30 ounces of ice cream. You know what I say? Portion control. But I need you to do number 13 and 14 as I have demonstrated. And then if you are not with us, please show me when you come back.